So, anyway, I'm going to have a short uh, walk around with the C-Fly Faith 2 application, and this is just a simple walk through with the application. Uh, s- so yun, I just opened the C-Fly Faith 2 application, and uh, my application is not updated, so I will just leave it like that. So I will press OK, and OK. So by the way, before you can access uh, the C-Fly Faith 2 application, you should uh, of course turn on the drone, and you have to connect the drone with the application, and you open the CFly Phase 2 application, then you just press OK, OK, OK. If there are some prompts that pop out with the application, so you just start OK, OK. And if you, and uh, like I've said, my application is not that updated, so it's not a big deal for me. And I just, anyway, I can fly my drone, C-Fly Phase 2, without any problem. Uh, just like my first flight, I experienced zero problem. But anyway, maybe I'm gonna update the application very soon to keep up with the new feature offered by the application update, and of course the drone itself, and of course the overall performance. So anyway, so yeah, this is just a brief and short walk around with the C-Fly Phase 2 application. So today we are already bound with the drone, so we are already connected. As you can see, the F808 connected, and just press start flying, and then there, this is the C-Fly Phase 2 application main interface. So okay, it's like this is a good application, although this is not as good as the other high-end application like those of DJI and other high-end drones maybe. And I think this is comparable to, you know, those the application of Hubsan, the Hubsan X, like that. Anyway, so yeah, in this interface, in the main interface, you see the uh, home. This is the home icon. Yeah, home icon. So you see, I am encouraged by the application to update it. So just like I said, I just gonna leave it like that. I'm not yet interested to update my application. So here's the home icon, the controller, and the remote controller icon. And the third one is I think this is the phone icon. This is the phone icon, and this is the fourth icon is the satellite. This will show you, the satellite lock, or maybe the satellite acquired by the a drone or application. So the battery level, or the battery icon, and this is the main interface, like if you are in a GPS position, or GPS lock position, or if you are in a ATI mode or no GPS lock. And then this is the range and the height indicator. and this is the height or height speed, velocity speed indicator. This measures the how speed the drone is flying, and how speed the drone is ascending or descending. And this is the, okay, by the way, this is the takeoff icon, return to home, controller, and then this one is the zoom. Oops, I'm sorry. Yeah, so this is the zoom function, like that. See, nice. There's a zoom function. And then let's go over here. Just a simple no-brainer walk around the application. So this is the beginner mode. You can toggle it, beginner mode, or you can just toggle it off. And then you can, here, height limit, you can adjust the limit you desire, height limit you want, or your desired height limit. But basically, for safety reasons and for responsible flying, you uh, just adjust it to 120 meters height, which is the legal flying height of when you want to fly the drone. This is the legal height, 120 meters. And speed mode, there are three options. You can choose C mode, or I think this is Cine mode, normal mode, and sports mode S. If you want to go faster, you can switch to sports mode. If you want some like Cine like footage, you can choose C mode. Or if you want just, you know, the normal thing, you can choose normal mode, right? Let's go over down the aircraft setting. Okay, and there's a aircraft and up binding. You can toggle it on, off. Sensor calibration, there you can find the sensor calibration. But surprisingly, when I fly my drone for the first time, the drone didn't ask for any compass calibration, so I was very impressed with the drone. So I think you don't need to calibrate it all the time before flying. But it's up to you. If you want to fly safely, you can calibrate its compass. But for me personally, if the drone did not ask for calibration, I would not calibrate its compass, because it's not asking for compass calibration anyway. So anyway, so yeah, that's the end of the aircraft setting. No more. When I swipe it further down, but there are no more no more. This is the end. So let's go to the controller setting. So pair, not much to explain in this setting. Switch, okay. Battery level, okay, you can see the battery percentage, the remaining life juice of the battery, and the voltage value of the uh, battery. And here, low power alarm, you can adjust it to your desired percentage when the power uh, when the battery whenever when you want the battery to trigger its alarm at any percentage. So you can just adjust it here. So I choose 20%. I think that's the safe percentage, or low power alarm. So that's the battery. And then this one other setting, find aircraft. Wow, this is a good feature. Search, you can search it. And then auxiliary grid line. So if you want to uh, take a photo with the, you know, the image, if you want to make the photo more good looking, like if you want to, you know, to place it to the center of your photo, so you can choose this uh, auxiliary grid lines, grid, and then golden ratio. It's up to you. If you opt to choose none, it's all up to you. So, and here is the other setting, the version setting, I think. Version information, application. So flight control version, relay version, remote control version, image version, firmware version. So you can you can check your version here in the other setting. Firmware version, application version, flight control version, image version, so on and so forth. So yeah, that's it. So down, further down, no more. So just press the close button or the X. Okay, so that's it, folks. That's the basic. Oh, here, before using the map function, please make sure that the map has been uploaded. So you have to, I think you have to save offline map here so that you can be able to view the drone's location in the map here on your offline map, I think. Or if you have data, you can just no waypoint. Oh, okay. So, okay, home. Oops, I'm sorry. We're back. Start flying. I think we have intelligent flight modes. Oh, here. So here you can toggle here from photo to video. Just like that. Press. Then you can switch it here if you want to take photo, or if you want to take there. I take a photo, and then here video, another photo, but here video. Why? So here I'm in a video mode, so you can just touch the red thing here, then there it start counting. So it means your drone is already taking a video. So yeah, and then here the drone is recording. Please stop. Okay, so stop here. Oh, there you go. So in this how do you call this, in this part, in this icon, okay, located the different camera setting. So video resolution, so you can choose or you can mess around with the video or camera setting, video resolution in this icon here. You can mess around, you can choose your preferred camera setting. So video resolution, we have 4K 2.7 at 30 fps, 1080p 60 fps, and 720 60 fps. So very nice. There's no usually for like standard resolution of the drones, usually it's 1080p at 30 frames per second, but here for the C-Fly Phase 2 you don't get 1080p 30 fps, so it's 1080p at 60 frames per second. Very nice. So in the last, you have 720. You have an option to choose 720p 60 frames per second. Exposure, you can play it around here. You can mess around like that. Exposure, nice. You can play it around. Default, or maybe this is the standard setting. Default exposure, nice. So default white balance. So it's very nice because you can you have a option like if you want to choose incandescent, it's like the 4000, the 5000 sunny, right? Nice. Fluorescent, water. So it's very nice, guys. You can choose to you have an option to adjust for the white balance setting. Depends on your it depends on the weather. Like if there is a very bright sun, you can choose sunny, cloudy. It all depends on the surroundings of your flight environment. So video watermark, you can choose here date. You can opt to put a video watermark on your footage, daytime like that. Photo watermark, wow, very nice. This is a very nice application indeed. So photo watermark, photo resolution, date, photo watermark. You can choose daytime, just like in a video watermark. Also here, photo resolution. What's this? 5120 by 3840 default. So I learned as long as I can remember the resolution, the photo resolution of the Seafly Faith 2 drone is if I am not mistaken, it's 20 megapixel. Wow, that's a very high resolution. 20 megapixel, 20 MP image or photo resolution. Oh, it's very nice. Then ISO, yeah. So this is like a very good application, guys. This is like a little bit of mid range to something in between, like mid to high end application, drone application. You can choose ISO here, 100, 200, and so on. Video field of view, wide, medium, narrow. Wow, nice. I think I have to stay with a wide field of view. Scene mode, normal, flash, night, sports, landscape, sunset. Wow, that's very nice. Let's mess around here. Sports. Wow, that's nice. That's nice. This is very nice. So default, effect mode, normal mode, art, sepia. Wow. Wow, nice. Black and white. Wow. This is great, guys. Default effect mode, so you can like filter. I think this is like a filter effect mode. So that's it for the camera setting. I think I have just to restore the default setting. So default setting, I think that's it. And then here, okay, if you want to access your photos and videos, here you can access it here. SD card, like that. Let's try here. There you go. And you can download it. Wow, nice. You can be able to download it if you don't want to take out your SD card from the drone. So the photos and the video from your drone, you can just simply download it from your drone to your phone. Wow, that's very nice. So you don't have to take out the micro SD card from your phone or from your drone to extract the videos and photos taken by your drone. Wow, that's a cool feature from this kind of like a mid-range drone or maybe a entry-level drone. I think it's very nice. It's a little sophisticated drone. I think this is a cheap drone which have which has some features that can be found on those high-end drones maybe or mid-range drones. That's very nice. So anyway, let's go over here. SD photo if you want to access your photo, local videos, local photos. Wow, let's go back here. Okay, I think that's it, guys. There's no more. I think here is the around here ISO. You can be able to view here ISO, exposure value, and then degrees. What do you mean by degrees? Here, that's. Oh yeah, I think this is the angle of the camera. You can be able to, yeah, that's it. And I scroll it down, up, the value changes, so it means this is the inclination, right? Inclination degree, or how, or the angle that the camera pointing up or down. Oh, very nice. 19 degrees, that's 25 degrees. Okay, 47. Ah, nice. So all the way down, it's all the way down 86%. I think this is the maximum, almost 90 degrees. Maximum tilt or pointing down. Okay, this is the upward tilt, upward angle. Nice. Yeah, very nice. And then in the last part, it shows the SD card capacity, or the free space of your micro SD card. Nice. Alright, guys, that's the, or this is the short walk around of the C-Fly Faith 2 application. Thank you for watching, and have fun with this drone, guys. I'll see you in my next video.